Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and some really cool times with friends and family hanging out. And for those who had Friendsgiving and all the other iterations of this season, I hope things went well. I just went out with my I had to I'm doing this little rant here because I went out with my son to try to get a phone exchange. He broke his screen. We went to a repair place. He said, "Hey man, I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's going to cost you more money." And I appreciate him being honest with me. Also, it says it's going to cost you more money to try to get this thing fixed than to just buy a new phone, right? So I was like, all right. I ordered it online. I was gonna just order another one online, but my son said, "No, I need it right away because this is a homework link that I need, and I need to get a code from my phone, authentication, and all that other stuff." And I was like, "Oh man, all right, so we need one right now." So I went to the local center, Spectrum, that I have the phone through and everything else, and you know, it first I no, how's this? I sent them there. I sent them. I didn't want to deal with it. I was too busy working. I said, "All right, you and mom go. All right, you guys do it." All right, they went there. The machine was down. There was like two people there, and they couldn't do nothing for them. And it's like, all right, listen, you go. You guys go the next day. So that's today. All right. So I took my son there. And I looked, I already saw there's a line. All right, I said, all right, fine, let's go to the kiosk, sign in, and all that good stuff. And I'm waiting. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Do I really have to sit and wait? Because there's one person at the desk. And it looks like it was about 9 or 10 people there. And I said, all right, either I'm being a little bit spoiled because of, you know, I'm used to just being able to just place an order, get the phone in the mail, boom, right? Or they're doing something wrong, right? And both could be true, I guess, right? And I was like, all right, man, I can't stand and wait. I said, in today's technology, the way we are right now, right, at this particular time, I mean, I told my son, it's like having a cell phone and you have to do rotary dial on a cell phone. There's no need for us to have a line like this and a modern setup, right, where it's technology driven. You're in they have cell phones and iPads and all the other stuff, lined up there. And like if you go to an Apple store, let's say, and whether you like Apple or not, right? There's a long line, but there's a lot of people helping people, right? And there's obviously there's a demand for the product, and there's a lot of people there trying to help. So you kind of feel like you might get, at least the perception is you're gonna get taken care of sooner. And I think in today's time, our time is a little bit more precious. So you go in there and you wait. You're like, well, why should I have to wait, 2 hours to get service? This is ridiculous, right? So I left, and he wanted something to eat. All right, so I went over to he wanted Bojangles, right? I'm like, there's just too much salt, right, Ethan? You really want Bojangles? He's like, yeah, Dad, I want some more. All right, fine. Then we go, and then I noticed that they have an AI person or AI setup at the where you order, right? And it was quick, boom, boom, boom. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes when you go to these places, there's kind of sometimes you get kind of an attitude, or you're bothering me kind of a feel from the person on the other end of the line, or they just like really talk real fast or talk over you, or the sound is horrible. So it's never really truly a pleasant experience placing an order at a drive-through, okay, for some of these fast food places. And I said to him, I said, man, look, two things are happening here, right? One, when it comes to that other place, it's gonna eventually get back to corporate. That customers are not satisfied with the wait time and the drag at their local spot. And they're probably going to now move more of that service online or have more of an AI interaction in the store. So then you're going to really have less people, right? So that's going to affect the workforce. And with the new AI bots coming out, a lot of manufacturing and a lot of plants may find themselves with a lot more AI type, robotic type assistance. So those people are naturally going to be affected. You probably won't be able to avoid that, right? A lot of people are naturally, even I think we just had something with the docks on the news where the dock workers were renegotiating the contract, and it was like, listen, we want humans to do this work, not AI, not robots. But I'll be honest with you, I can see that eventually is coming. You have to kind of see what's coming, because we were talking about college and careers and stuff like that. And I was like, well, petroleum's going to be around, right? Even if they have mandates for electric cars, you're still going to need petroleum engineers. You're still going to need people that understand how to convert, the raw material into a usable gas. And you still need someone to figure out how do we use less of it to produce? Because if you do a mandate for electric vehicles or whatever it is, right? If the one, you're going to have one instance where the town may not be able to handle the load, right? So you're going to need people for that, right? And two, you probably how do we find a way to burn less or be more fuel efficient when we decide, let's say California, I don't live in California, if they decide to go that route, someone's gonna have to find a way, because you still have to burn gas. You can't get away from petroleum, no matter what you at this point, the way I feel about it. But so we all that was in one conversation. We're talking about all those things, but at the end of the day, it's what is coming. Where are we going? What's coming? You understand? Because more smart homes are going to be, more homes are going to be smart homes. Sure, they're going to try to make it more energy efficient, but the fact of the matter is that's coming. Okay? So for the fast food workers and these people, it's like collectively, they're going to have to figure out a way to deliver better service, because it's coming. Because when I saw that AI at the casa, oh my gosh, I said, Ethan, soon you're going to see an AI hand. Okay, if it's not there already in some town, you put your thing, you put your money in, and then the AI hand bring your food out. Okay, and so then that's another job gone, right? I mean, we saw it with the toll booths up in New York, and now just about everybody everywhere, you just get a little sticker, you get a scan, you drive through, bam, the toll is captured. So all of those jobs are gone, right? I'm not sure if the people got moved someplace else or they got laid off or whatever the case is, but it's coming. Okay, so, but on the other side of the company side, okay, if you have a company that's not recognizing talent that's in front of them, okay, those companies will lose those people. And not every position can be taken over by AI, right? So everyone has to pay attention. Everyone has to pay attention. I'll give you an example. If you're a worker in a company and you've been doing some things beyond your position, you have been innovating some things, and all of a sudden, and these people don't recognize your talent, and all they see you as just another worker, and your raises or increases only go based on a scheduled increase or something like that. That person will leave. That person will go and find another company that recognizes their ability. And that company may feel like, oh, well, maybe we need to, guys are not really contributing much. But the guy that was contributing the most, you weren't prepared to recognize that person. So that particular shop, let's say, that I went to earlier, corporate is far away. Whoever's managing that shop, they have to recognize what's happening in that area. They have to be able to see what's going on, because their job is on the line and they don't see it. It's very easy to get very comfortable in the situation you're in and not think ahead and say, you know what, I better find a way to properly handle what I have here right now in my hands. Because the truth is, it's going to change. It's on its way. It is on its way. It's the change is happening. Unfortunately, in my industry and anyone who's in kind of a service industry, a lot of companies are making it harder and harder for either their machines to be serviced or for a local place to get parts to service those machines. So we see it. We already see that something is already happening. Okay, it's been happening for a while. The products that they make, a lot of them are disposable. You know, that old, made in America, strong, durable product that's going to last the time. In their minds, it's not good for long-term business. It's not good for repeat customers. So they make a product that is okay for now. It'll do really good for now. And the consciousness of the market is shifting in such a way that people don't even mind just throwing it away and buying another one. So it's good for them, right? But anyone who's in an industry of helping people to hold on to the thing that they value, those guys are feeling it, right? And even the auto mechanics, you saw, let's say you make a vehicle where only a particular dealership can actually even get access to them, and only a dealership can tow it. Even if they want to fix it, they can't get access to the part they need, the circuit board, the battery, or whatever it is, because it's not available for them to be able to purchase from their store. So all of these things, it's like a balance, man. All of these things are happening at the same time. Companies are not properly recognizing the talent that they have, because I'll be honest with you, when the AI kind of robotic deal set up, there's going to be a pushback, or there's going to be a drawback, I believe. Let's say, for example, movies. And more of these guys are relying on assistant from AI to help them write movies. The crowd is rejecting those movies. Okay? Just like the crowd reject movies that are very heavy-handed in their politics, whether it's gender politics, race politics, whatever it is that their politics is, we are, conscious enough to recognize when it's being pushed too hard, and it's like, screw that. I'm not going. And even before you go in, you just assume it's going to be. It could be a good movie, but you just assume like, man, which production? No, I'm not going. I'm not going to see it. I'll wait till it comes on whatever, and I'll check it out then, right? So it's being woven into everything, okay? And I get the idea of wanting to progress into better, better society kind of thing, but I also understand the need to hold on to things that are working, and let's cherish those things that are working really good for us. All right, you can't have a no holds barred thrust into the future, okay? Because I still remember when I was a kid, and our idea of what a robot made would be like the Jetsons and stuff like that, or flying cars and all that stuff, and it was very very naive and very childlike wonder into the future. And now it's kind of on us right now, right? And now really the true test of it is how we handle it, okay? And you're going to get to, I truly believe you're going to get to a point where people are going to really want to talk to someone who's very good at communicating with people, like make them feel like they're there, feel like they hear what I'm saying, okay? Because look how we reacted to just customer service that was outsourced to another country, okay? For the most part, Americans, I believe, are not really too happy with that, right? When someone says their name is Bob, and that you're calling Malaysia or India or Vietnam or whatever, and it's like, really, your name is Bob? Name is Bob. Okay, Bob. And so every name may be Bob, right? But it's the perception that you're outsourcing all this work, and the people, they're giving you a script. You don't feel like they're really hearing what you're saying. So imagine now AI, okay? And because we get pissed off right now when we make a phone call and it's one computer to the next computer to the next computer, and you can't get someone on the phone. Now think about it. So we're like, I just want to talk to somebody. Can I talk to a person? And then if you do talk to the person and the person don't seem to connect, come on, man. So there's got to be some kind of a balance with this. Yes, we want the new technologies, and yes, we want to move forward. But man, we've got to put a little bit more emphasis on that person-to-person interaction, because it is inevitable. These guys are gonna, these machines are gonna take over a lot of our, manual and very, kind of, basic type of positions. But the need for, a qualified, well-intentioned. I'll be honest. I'll tell you this, and I'll finish with this, because I don't know. I'm off in 1,000 different directions right now, but the sentiment is the same. We're moving forward, and we got to pay attention to what's happening. Right? That's the sentiment. Okay. Whether you're going into college and you're trying to figure out what kind of major and what kind of career you want, you don't want to make a $40, $50, $60, $80,000 investment into something that's a long gone deal, right? You want to make sure that you're moving forward. Okay. So the same thing. So that's where a lot of that came from. But one of the and I'm staying on fast food because it's in your face and it's an everyday thing that you're dealing with for a lot of people. A lot of people don't eat fast food, but drive through one of those drive-through as an experiment and see how they treat you, because that's on the ground example of what's happening. Okay. And you don't have to like these guys. You don't have to like them. But what I saw is they're hiring people who do not care about either the reputation of the business. They're bringing a lot of their common behavior to work, and not wanting to say, okay, well, I'm at work, so let me put on my work face. People used to say, I'm putting on my work voice, the work voice kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but the people back home would make fun of it. So because they value that more, they don't bring it. They don't bring that kind of excellence to work. They come to work with the same attitude that they would have if they were just hanging around with family members and friends. Okay. Now, the one company I see that's doing it different, believe it or not, is Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, you walk into it, you drive into a Chick-fil-A, they have a process. Okay, and I think Chick-fil-A's demand is just whether the food is good or not. Okay. Whatever's in the food and whatever they do, that's a whole nother story. I'm talking about the service that you get when you drive up. And then they get your name and they're like, my pleasure. And they call you by your name and they have a process to kind of work you through this line, very seamlessly. Right. And then when you get your meal, hey, Wayne, hi, Wayne, this is for Wayne. Hi, Wayne. Well, you have a great day. My pleasure, and all the other stuff. And I was like, wow, you know what? That's simple. That's a simple thing to do. Whatever you have to do to teach people to do this kind of simple service is needed across the board. I can't see Chick-fil-A replacing those. They might. I can't see them replacing those people with AI. You see what I'm saying? Because that's effective. And people are yearning for that. We have too much of this, artificial intelligence dealing with us on all these other areas. There's going to be an area where you just want to deal with a person and you want that person to be very good at what they do, and you'll pay for that. Okay. Just like in legal, I was asking my brother-in-law about, if he thinks AI and all this stuff is going to take over. Give me 1 second. Turn this off. Okay. If that's going to affect the business, and even if it does, I think they'll just raise the rates. They're going to find a way to survive. They'll just raise the rates. I think a lot of companies will do that. Where if a lot of their services they're forced to incorporate because of competition, a lot of their services are being taken away because, let's say, people are doing a lot more using online or AI or whatever, I think the prices are going to go up. Okay. And it's survival, right? But then when they do seek out, people do seek out an attorney, I think they're going to want someone who they really truly feel is on their side. And that means the people that are just like blasé at their job is going to have to step it up, because you're going to have someone who figured it out and say, hey, you know what, we need to step it up, guys. And that person will figure it out. You know, that firm will figure it out, and everyone else is going to have to be late to the party. And I think Chick-fil-A did that. And these guys are late to the party. Okay, a lot of these other fast food places, they're late to the party. They're going to figure it out. They're going to have to, but these guys, they're in the front. Okay, so you know, it's a struggle for service centers to survive now. Because not because AI is going to take over that. I don't really see that. It's possible. I don't see that happening. I think the culture is a throwaway culture, and that's what's affecting them. And also, the companies are less and less parts are available. Okay, and what countries like China is doing is all of a sudden they're just making those parts available to the market. People are buying it off Amazon and stuff like that. That'll continue for maybe for a while until I guess it just phases out, But anyway, that's my rant, man. It's just got to be a balance, and we have to do this thing better, person to person, better. Companies have to recognize the sharp employee better. They have to have a better way. You can't just have guys who are superstars in your midst and you just missed them. They're just going by. They're gonna go someplace else. Or the moment they're gone, the quality just nosedives. And then your company says, man, well, the only thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to just automate everything. Yeah, okay. That might work, but not all companies it's gonna work. Some companies, it will be a sunken cost, and it's too late. It's too late. You're gonna be shut down. Some other company will pick up where you left off, where you messed up, and make it work. Okay, so value the human interaction. Let's do better with that. And for those of us, be prepared for what's coming. That is coming. But this is going to be valued even more because it's coming. AI is coming. Human interaction is going to be valued even more. And you can't miss these guys. Okay? All right. Talk to you later.